Hello everyone, and welcome to my Premier League predictions for Gameweek 2 of the 22-23 Premier League season. I did a YouTube Shorts video last week for my predictions, and I got one correct score, a couple of outcomes, and a few wrong. Not a bad week, but not a bad way to start my predictions. Anyways, we're going to get on to Premier League prediction Gameweek 2, and I'll just do this now. So let's get on with it. Okay, boys and girls. So the first game we have on Friday is between Nottingham Forest and Sheffield United. Forest lost 2-1 to Arsenal, but they weren't. To be first half, they were up a class in the first half, but the second half they were much better, and they were lucky not to get something at the end because I thought they played well during the end, and it's a good count. There's a lot of positives to take from that game, in my opinion, for Forest. Sheffield United, on the other hand, they're alright against Palace, but it's just the lack of striker goal scorers letting them big time. For this game alone, I'm saying that Forest will get a win because they're home, and I'm going to say that Nottingham Forest will beat Sheffield United 2-0 at home. And the game I should be predicting is Luton Town versus Burnley. But that game got postponed because the Luton Town ground's not ready yet for Premier League football. So we move on to the next game I can predict is Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Liverpool first 20 to 25 minutes were brilliant. After that, not so great at all. They were lucky not to lose the game at all. They were lucky not to lose it. I thought they should have had a penalty. I don't know why that was not a penalty for Liverpool. I'll never know. Your man Chance clearly handled the ball, but nothing was given. But anyways, a point in the end was probably a fair result, but Chelsea probably feel like they should have won the game overall. Bournemouth, on the other hand, good point against West Ham. They played all right. West Ham were probably the better team most of the game, but Bournemouth found a way, got a point, and a good point for them in the end of the day. I'm saying Liverpool will get their first one in the season at home at Anfield, and I'll say Liverpool to win 3-0. And the next game to predict is Wolves versus Brighton. I don't know what to start how to start with Wolves. How the hell did they not win on Monday? I will never know. They absolutely they should have scored 3 or 4 goals. The only thing's letting them down is a striker, and they had a penalty that should have been a penalty. Like, come on, Onana cleaned the player out, and we went to VAR and said, "Oh, not a penalty." It just shows you it favours the bigger teams rather than the teams like Wolves who are fighting for relegation and stuff like that. Brighton, on the other hand, good win against Luton. It was a tough. Luton would hang on there for a while, but once Brighton got the first goal, they just took control of the game. But some of the defending from Luton that sometimes was a bit abysmal, to be honest. But in this game, I think that Brighton should win this game, but I'm going to say they won't win it as convincing. I'm going to say Wolves 1, Brighton 2. And the next game to predict is Fulham versus Brentford. Fulham, probably a bit fortunate that they won the game at the end, but they got the win. And I don't know how that goal for Everton was disallowed. The keeper made a big howler, but there's nothing wrong. They prevented nothing wrong. Keeper gets too much protection in this league, in my opinion, and I just think that it was a bad mistake. But anyways, you don't take your chances, you don't win, and Fulham took They had a couple of they got their chance and they scored. It was a bit of a smash and grab in the end. Brentford, good draw against Tottenham, bit shaky defensively, but they were quite good going forward. Not so much at the back, but they were good overall. They might struggle a bit with Tony, but I think they'll right through the storm to January and be all right for the rest of the season. I will say this game between Fulham and Brentford will finish 1-1. And the next game, predict and review, is Tottenham versus Manchester United. Tottenham were actually, I thought they were very good against Brentford. With problems, but defensively, same as Brentford, a bit shaky at the back. But Madison had a very good game, 2 assists in his debut. Not a bad start to his Tottenham career. Obviously, the big talking point is, well, how will they cope without Kane? To be honest, I think it's better for Tottenham. I think they'll do much better without Kane, and that's just my personal opinion. Yes, they might lose his goals, but I think they'll cope without him. And I do think that Postecoglou will do a good job and maybe get them European football. Manchester United around, they should have lost. They were totally outplayed by a team who basically lost all their players in the summer, who lost their manager a couple of days ago, and they got outplayed at home to Wolves. They shouldn't be outplayed at Wolves at home. But they were lucky to win 1-0. So there were chances Wolves had in that game. If they had a clinical striker, they would have won that game 4-5-1. But anyway, a win's a win at the end of the day. They'll take it, but they need to be much better going forward because they won't. If they play like that, if they play like that again, they're definitely going to lose some crucial games this season. This may come with a wee shock, but I actually think Tottenham are going to win and beat United. So I'm saying Tottenham 2, Manchester United 1. And the next game to predict and review is Manchester City versus Newcastle. Man City, professional performance against Burnley. They weren't amazing, but they got the job done. Haaland, I'll be honest, Haaland didn't really have a good game, but an average game for him is 2 goals. Like, come on, you can't stop him. He's like a monster. He's a freak, I call him. And they're going to. They're obviously playing tomorrow night in that Super Cup. I think they should win that easily, in my opinion. Newcastle. I didn't expect Newcastle to win or even get a draw, but 5-1 against Villa. Oh, they were brilliant at the weekend. Isaac, Tonali, Bard. I want to credit the whole team. They were absolutely brilliant. Blew Villa off the park, but it was helped by some poor defending by Wolves. And a good start for the season for them. But in this game, I think it will not be an easy game for Man City. I don't think they're going to dominate it, but I just think they'll have a little bit too much for Newcastle. And I do see Newcastle scoring, so I'm saying that Man City just to edge it 2-1 against Newcastle. And the next game to predict the review is Aston Villa versus Everton. Villa at the first 20 minutes or 25, they were okay. They gave Newcastle a game, but once Newcastle scored and then they scored, but after that they were terrible defensively. I don't know why they would play such a high line against Newcastle. You play a high line against Newcastle, you're asking for trouble. And unfortunately, it looks like Mings could be out for a long time, so wish him a speedy recovery. But they were terrible overall once Newcastle got going and scored a lot of goals. Everton, the meanwhile, I don't know how Everton didn't at least get a point out of the game against Fulham. Their big problem is they don't have goal scorers on that team. Calvert-Lewin cannot stay fit to save himself. Neil Mopey, he's the worst striker in the Premier League. Oh my God, don't even get me started on him. I just don't see how the goals come in. Goals. I don't see how. I don't see them scoring a lot of goals this season. I don't know. I don't know where they're going to find them, but they have to find a solution soon. Otherwise, they could go down. Anyways, in this game, I just think Villa will bounce back with an immediate fit, and I'll say that Villa will win 3-1. The last two, this is the promotional game of the Premier League game week 2 this weekend. West Ham versus Chelsea. West Ham, they were actually quite good against Bournemouth. They dominated with the better team for most of that game, but they let it go in at the end, or somewhere between that. And they signed a couple of players. Looks like they're not getting Harry Maguire because Harry Maguire just feels like, oh, I'm going to stay at United when the manager clearly doesn't want him there. So you're going to fight replace. If you don't, you're not good enough, just leave. So I think Harry Maguire's been a little bit greedy not going to West Ham, in my opinion. Chelsea in the meantime, there was good signings for Chelsea against Liverpool. They probably felt they should have won in the end, to be honest. They had a couple of good chances, and they were decent enough to get the point. That was a fair result in the end for Chelsea, and we all expect Chelsea to have a better season than last season, anyways. In this game between Chelsea and West Ham, I think this will be a bit of a goal fest. I'm saying this will finish West Ham 2, Chelsea 2. And the last game to predict of game week 2 of the 23-24 season is Palace versus Arsenal. Palace, good win against Sheffield United. They were good. They were good overall at the day. Got the goal. They played all right. There's one thing you don't do, mess with Roy. See the shenanigans he got up the weekend. Him squaring up, the Sheffield United squaring up, and he was having none of it. Good old Roy, don't mess with Roy, I say. Don't. Arsenal got the win first, but I just think there was times in that game for Arsenal they weren't great. Like the passing wasn't there, the fluency wasn't there, the link up wasn't there. But why are you playing Thomas Partey a right back? He's not a right back. End of the discussion. He's not a right back. You're playing Ben White as centre back. He should be playing right back, not that Partey boy. But anyways, they got the one in the end against Forest. In this game, it'll be a tough game. Monday night, under the lights, Selhurst Park. It will be bouncing. It'll be intimidating. It'll be hostile for Arsenal. But I just see them scraping a 2-0 win against Palace in Palace. Anyways, that's the predictions done for game week 2 of the 23-24 Premier League season. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do like what you see in this video, please do remember to like, share, and subscribe. And hopefully we see you for another Premier League prediction video very soon. So without further ado, goodbye, and hopefully you have a good day for the rest of the week. For now, bye.